Turn 18, and things are becoming harder. As I expected, Gab was close and took my throne. So he used 5 units, I think, to take the throne. He probably has the other close by, I guess. No, 4 units actually. He converted or bought a unicorn rider. Also has a carrion bird, which is quite annoying to kill. Yeah, looks like he bought it from the inn. Really too much gold with all the clearing, just like me. Carrion bird is recruit, mind controlled by the necromancer. That's good that it's a recruit. Means the Toadstool Fairy I got recently might be able to kill it. He has 55 upkeep plus 6 mana income, so that's quite low. 55 means he has 5 Cherubs now and 5 Cadavers, which is going to be difficult to kill. I know the location of 2 of his Cherubs. A 4th one is here in theory, and a 5th one is a 3rd one is here. A 4th one is with his hero, so he might have a 5th one scouting. So he's not scouting that much actually. But he has 2 Cherubs scouting ahead of his leader. I guess he's afraid of invisible army. So I would really like to know where his leader is, because that would allow me to clear these sites in this area and then move. So I really like to clear this, because if I clear them, obviously I gain stuff, but more importantly I prevent him from clearing and getting the experience, the gold extra. I might even be able to take this, but it would probably be too dangerous because he could cross the water in 2 turns. So I need to scout, obviously. This gold mine is also not cleared yet. So I keep a Wisp in reserve. I can cast it, but I'm really low on mana, so I'm not casting it now. Also I positioned the Fae I was talking about here. I must really avoid losing it because that's a key unit for me to kill Cherub from him. So I hope it won't die next turn, but that's unlikely. I don't think he would send his hero in this direction and not clear these 2 sides. Yeah, so that's unlikely. At the same time, I might be killed by scoundrels just above. Hopefully that won't be the case. I cleared 3 sites in this area. The Column of Champion, the Spring of Life, the Vault of Knowledge, not in that order actually. And I cleared another site with my leader. Got to level 12 with AD. It was the first site. Then the second site was the Column of Champion. I leveled up Veteran, Elite, Trooper for these 3 units, so they got 2 medals. The rest of them got just 1. And then then I did this. Then I did the Vault of Knowledge, tried to befriend the Shock Serpent, 60% chance, using also the Dome of Frost to reduce the resistance by 1. It failed, I retreated, then I came back, tried again, failed again. So it would have been good to have my leader with me, to use the Spirit Breaking and the Despair from the Veil of Despair, to be sure to get the Baby Shock Serpent, because then I can evolve it. That's a very strong unit. Unfortunately my leader is quite far, so not possible. And yeah, not really lucky on this one. So next turn the Haunted Boneyard, and then depending on scouting, maybe I go to the surface or I go east. Might be interesting to move up back to this cave entrance and then maybe down again. That's a possibility. Down again, clear the Forbidden Sanctum, and then go for the Tigrant City and to the Throne of Gab. But then that's a long road without any sight. But also that means he would probably not expect that I come there, and he will also probably not be there, so that might be interesting. Then so I did the Lost Library, the Ancient Ruins with my leader, 4 versus 5, with a big danger, 2 big dangers. One is the Monster Hunter, Frostling Monster Hunter, who has throw harpoon, so he can immobilize you, and that's very dangerous. So I paid attention to his range and always avoid having a chance to be immobilized, or if I have a chance to be immobilized, I have a backup plan. Second danger is Mascos combined with 2 Apprentices. At short range they do enormous damage due to the Mascos especially. So what I did was to put Touch of Faith on my leader to get morale back to high, increase defense by 3. Then I used 6 mana for Killer Instinct because that's a tough fight, so I wanted to use some spells to help me, but not too much mana. Killer Instinct has 2 advantages. It increases the damage, I think, of critical hits. No, it increases the chances of critical hits by 50%. Not sure, I need to check the... No, that's the damage are higher. And then you get +3 damage against different types of units. But actually, does it work on range? I think it does, but I would need to double check. I think it does. Otherwise it was just a waste of mana. So then I moved in range, but protected by a pillar here to trigger the attack, and same thing on the other side, but this time not behind a pillar, to trigger the attack of the Berserker, to take down the Berserker. So the Monster Hunter goes for the Fairy, because that's the only valid target. Does a lot of damage against it, because it has Fey Killer or whatever, and then so I have to use Phase and retreat, but that's okay because I have guerrilla tactics, and the split worked. So now I can kill the Berserker, stun hopefully the Apprentice, and wait for the other units to arrive. So I did a critical. Yeah, the high elf does work, it seems. I was lucky to do a critical here, but unlucky not to stun it 3 times, 30% didn't work. And then so I had to move here with my Theocrat, because staying there I would do only 2 damage to the Apprentice due to the obstacle, and so I had to kill the Berserker to be able to move, so I had to take 9 damage on the Firstborn to do that. And then so I'm cursed, plus I have the unhappiness with my alignment, so my unit is not very happy, so chances of fumble. And this plus I could hit only twice, and that was 3-4 damage, so it was kind of 50-50, actually less than this, yeah, better chances than this to kill the Apprentice, but you also have the fumble, so I didn't want to take the risk, because if I failed, then the Apprentice can move here, attack me short range, and do a lot of damage. So I decided to use 12 casting points to smite on on the Apprentice. I was not really happy with that because I don't have enough mana, as you know, but prefer to play safe, right? Because if I lose my leader, I lose the game. I don't have any throne anymore. So now it's 3 versus 1 for 1 turn, and then the reinforcement comes. So I stun it, then I have an obstacle, but still I attack it like this. It's so good for the experience of my Theocrat also, which I remind you I want to get to level 9 as soon as possible. I don't move forward with the Firstborn. Then, so I try to stun the Monster Hunter, and that's 24% chance, and it works, so I'm quite lucky here. It's stunned, and I can just kill the Apprentice. So I could guard. I had 2 options. I could guard here, and then the Berserker cannot reach me, so I don't take the damage. And the Apprentice would have to attack me, and it would die, and it would not do much damage to me. Or I can kill the Apprentice, and then I open a path for the Berserker to reach me. So what would you do if you were me? Well, what I did was to kill the Apprentice, because then the Berserker attacks me and is not guarding, and so it's much easier to kill it next turn. Whereas if I don't, he will be there, and the next turn he can reach any of my units, hit 3 times, or I have to retreat, and that's quite annoying. And it's harder to stun it. But actually, yeah, but actually didn't attack my dwarf, so it didn't work. But still, I could stun it pretty easily because that's an orc. I even did a critical for 37 damage, quite impressive. Yeah, so here I healed, come here, and the Monster Hunter can escape. I actually didn't expect him to move like this. Didn't calculate properly, but anyway, only 1 hit, and I was expecting long range, but actually it was short range. But still, I took only 16, so I healed 15, took 16, but at least that was a unit that was full health. Then I stun it to be able to give the killing blow with the Theocrat and maximize experience for the Theocrat. Alright, so the runes plus, what spell did I get at the ancient runes? Actually, I don't remember. Did I? No, you do, yeah, no, I'm stupid. You don't get spells at ancient runes, so that's why. I got something like 20 casting points something, and here I got something like 90. So it finished the research of the Phantasm Warrior. At the spring, that's where I got the Fae. And I think I got an item also. No, I didn't get any item. Yeah. I did take projectile reflection on my leader for the ancient runes fight, because that would, yeah, reduce the chance of the enemy units attacking my leader, and that's good because I really don't want it to die. So next turn I'm going to do the inn, many units, but the really dangerous units are the harpoon thrower and ice capers. Actually, the raiders are a bit dangerous also because they've got 32 movement points, so that's not an easy fight actually, but I think that should be doable. Yeah, so now I've got to choose research, and I could go for summon fantastic creature and then try to get Nod Serpent, but as you know, I'm very low on mana. So I think I'm going to go for Starblades, which I can do on 1 turn thanks to the bonus. It's wasting a bit of research points, but not that much. and maybe I might get Seed of Distrust unlocked, because I've got 2 combat spells, so I might not get the combat spells again and get Seed of Distrust. The best would probably be to research Cloaked in Shadows or Partisan Army to remove a Partisan spec and then get a Shadowbone spec. Another reason to go for Starblades is that I would benefit greatly from Arcane Binding, both for clearing and for the big battles to come, especially because Gab has a Nut Serpent, which I could Arcane Bind during a auto battle. So let's go for Starblades, and let's see what... Oh yeah, okay, so that's next turn actually. Let's see what I get next turn. On the surface, I moved the Wisp here, took the haste berries, moved back south, so the frontier of the dwelling, so moved closer to get in touch. I separated the 2 units due to that, but still adjacent. It's a big area of swamp, so difficult to move through. There is a trading post here and a road seemingly coming from it or to it, so I hope it's from it and that's Gap that got here before and then moved back, and not that he's coming west, because otherwise it's going to kill me. And the dwelling is proposing peace, so I should accept, right? Except that that would give me plus 25 alignment, which would bring me farther from evil, and I want to be evil to get moral bonus, but also more importantly to remove the minus 200 happiness on my AD and Theocrat. But Gab is not yet at peace with the dwelling. He did meet them. He's neutral. So I think I might be able to beat him to buy the dwelling as a vassal. I should get a proposal in 4 turns, I think, for a quest probably and a vassal proposal. And so if I can buy them, that would be good, because that would be some mana and research points income, and I could kind of buy mana and research points for gold, trading it for gold, buying the dwelling. So actually buying the dwelling, oh yeah, I forgot about this. Buying the dwelling is very expensive because I don't have a city, so it considers I'm at 200% distance. But maybe in 4 turns I can get a city somewhere, and then I would decrease the cost. Yeah, we will see. I've got a level up. I'm thinking about taking one with the trees, but not now, obviously. Finally, this guy, I'm really not sure what to do with him, but I think it might make sense to move there and see what sites there are. The only worry I have, and the one reason I didn't do it earlier, is I'm concerned I might find lost souls or scoundrels that might kill the unit. But I guess intel would be quite interesting to choose if I go east with this team and do the plan I just mentioned. So yeah, let's do that. So now I would really need to take a city, but at the same time I'm not in a hurry, and my main goal is to clear as many sites as possible on the map to prevent Gab from clearing them, especially since it looks like he's on the northeast quadrant of the map, so I can just go clear all the rest of the map while he's blocked here, moving slower than me. And there's probably a city around here which I could take, which would give me some breathing time. So we'll see. Thanks for watching, see you next time.